And the original purpose that yoga itself has expressed is consciousness, how to be more aware as a human being, how to go deeper into myself and learn more about reality. And let's see how this goes today. 2 yoga sets that we are doing today, there are a few things added to them that we normally don't do in the yoga set. And I will take you through those extra facets, those extra components, so that when we do them in the set, you're prepared for them and know what to do and why. At the beginning of the set, we are going to massage a bone at the back of your hand. That's the bone along the forefinger. If you follow the forefinger after the knuckle, there could be something on the sound here. Okay, we're back on. Sorry about that. There was some glitch with the sound. If you follow the forefinger after the knuckle on the back of your hand, there's a bone. And if you press the thumb against the side of it and follow it down, after a while it meets the bone from the thumb. And that middle part after the forefinger, the metacarpal bone, this is the bone that we are massaging for a minute on the left hand and then for another minute on the right hand. And this is actually a Chinese micro acupressure system called Qi Wu. And Qi Wu actually means the embryo contains information of the whole organism. You can Google it and read a lot about it. It's a very interesting system. Qi Wu. So we start the yoga set with that after we have tuned in. And then somewhere in the middle of the yoga set, we will be standing up to do an exercise standing up. And ending that exercise, we are going to bounce up and down on our heels and uttering the syllable mm. So bouncing up and down, saying mm, sounding like a bumblebee. And it's actually from a yogic technique called Brahmari, Bumblebee Breathing. And when you do that, when you use that M word, you're creating a vibration in your sinuses. And that vibration increases the production of something called nitric oxide in the sinuses. And when you inhale after that, the nitric oxide follows the air down into the lungs, and there it works as expansion for the blood vessels. So you're actually absorbing more oxygen when you first. And they have also found in various studies that it's both antibacterial and antiviral, which is not such a bad thing in these days. And actually, in the material that you can get access to through my website after this set today, there are links to these research studies, published studies both in England, in Sweden and in the States, showing how it's both antiviral and antibacterial. So that's one thing that we will do. And then towards the end of the set, we will do an exercise lying down, where you spread your legs, put the soles of your feet together, and you lie down in what would be called the reclined butterfly position. And in that position, we move the legs slightly and create vibration in the body. And that vibration releases tension deep inside the core muscles, the psoas muscle, and it's very good as a daily exercise to release deep-seated stress, both from today, but also from the past. And just before we do that lying down exercise, I will ask you to take the tip of your fingers on the right hand and tap along the edge of the left hand. Along here you have the meridian for the small intestine, but this is also something, a technique used in EFT, emotional freedom techniques, as a setup point. So when you set up here an intention, you set up an intention that in the next exercise, the lying down one, you're going to release a lot of tension and stress and blockages. And the code word you use here is I am. And meaning I'm releasing stress, I'm releasing tension, but you just whisper or think, I am, I am. And then you lie down and do the shaking legs. And just before meditation, there's also one thing that you normally don't do in a yoga set, and that's on the left side of your head. If you take the forefinger and put it at the corner, in the corner of your eye, and you draw a circle over, behind, below the ear, up towards the corner of your eye again. It's like a decent circle around the ear from the corner of the eye. And you use the middle three fingers and you tap here. You tap along here. And this is called temporal tapping. You have the temporal lobe here. You have the hippocampus. You have your entire subconscious mind inside here. What you're doing is that you're knocking on the door and saying, I'm coming in. I'm creating consciousness in here. I'm blending my conscious me with my unconscious, subconscious me. And the word you're whispering or thinking here is I am, I am, I am. And what you're actually saying, I'm coming in, I'm opening up. I'm coming in to say hello. So those are sort of the new things that you normally don't do in a yoga set. Now, you are prepared to do this yoga set. And if you lie down on your yoga mat, stretch out in the corpse pose, and make sure you're really comfortable in that position. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to relax lying down. The most important aspect of the traditional yoga set is breathing, pranayama. And this first set that we're doing this morning here, it's called IAM Prana. Prana is something that we inhale with the air. Prana is the life force. And actually the quantum physicists, they say that there's an invisible energy, they call it dark energy, that is not only expanding but also accelerating the entire universe. And that stuff we are actually inhaling into our own bodies. So it's a very powerful force that we are using when we breathe. And when we breathe in a yogic fashion, we breathe using the whole breathing apparatus. So if you lying on your back, put one hand up on your stomach and the other hand in the upper part of your chest, very high up in the chest, and let the elbows fall down back onto the floor to the mat. And you inhale, exhale through the nose. And when you inhale, make sure you expand the stomach. Push it out. And then continue to inhale and expand the upper chest as much as you can. So you're really filling your lungs all the way to the top. And when it's full, just relax and let the air go. So exhalation is passive, just let it go. The air will just leave your body, breast, chest, stomach, just goes back down again. And when it's empty, just relax there for a few seconds. Relax completely and wait for the body to say, now it's time to inhale. And when the body tells you, start all over. Inhale through the nose, stomach, chest expands, fill the lungs all the way to the top. And when it's full, release and relax. And when it's empty, relax until the body signals time to inhale again. This is a slow yogic deep breath. And when you're expanding the stomach, you're actually tensing the diaphragm. And the diaphragm is, when it's tensing, it's pushing down into the stomach, compressing all the organs there. And that creates the suction so that the air is really sucked into the bottom of your lungs. And you expand the chest to give your lungs space to expand. And then you release and relax. From a yogic perspective, prana and pranayama is the most important aspect. This is what we're actually working with. Around this, We are stretching and bending. We are focusing our minds with mantras and focus points. But pranayama is the centerpiece of it all. So, from this lying down position, slowly, gently come back up. And seat yourself in easy pose, or if you prefer, up on a chair. Now, keep your eyes closed and focus your attention in a point right in between your eyebrows. We call that the third eye point. 2,000 years ago, Patanjali said, when we do yoga, we pull in our senses, we close our eyes, and we focus in one single point. And that point today is the third eye point, right in between the eyes. If you need to understand an instruction, of course you can open your eyes. Actually, it's enough to open one eye. And you look at the screen so you know what to do. And as soon as you get it, close that eye again and continue to do the exercise with your eyes closed. We are also using mantras. And today you can choose if you want to use the mantra I am or the traditional Kundalini yoga mantra Sat Nam, which means I am true or truth is my identity. So with your eyes closed, focusing your third eye point, doing long deep breathing, you're already starting to do yoga. Those three components are also the center part of this, the breathing, the focus, and the mantra, sort of control the mind, still the mind from other thoughts. When we tune in, you place the palm of your left hand in the middle of your chest, level with the heart. The right hand on top of the left hand. Let the elbows drop, shoulders relax. Your head is centered on top of your body. Relax the jaw muscles and hold the heart in your hands. This is actually creating a neural network between the heart and the head. In this position, we tune ourselves in to the set with the mantra, I am. Someone said, I am is the most powerful mantra on the planet because it defines you, your place in the world, and your worldview, depending on what you're completing that sentence with. I am. And when we tune in, you get to choose if you want to tune in completely silent, just think the mantra, or if you want to whisper it or say it out loud. But repeat it 3 times as a clear signal to yourself. Now the yoga set is actually starting. I am. I am. I am. When you're done, put your hands down on top of your knees, the thighs. Press the thumb against the forefinger. Keep your eyes closed, focus in your third eye point. And use the mantra I am or Sat Nam in rhythm with your breathing. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Inhale I, exhale Am. And now we start to massage that bone on the back of your hand. So use the right thumb and massage along the side of the metacarpal bone after the knuckle down into where the bone from the thumb meet up. Back and forth, back and forth. And press deep into the bone and just experience what it feels like. The Chinese micro acupressure system, accessing the entire body in this small bone. You'll find out more about it when you Google it. Ekibu. It's a very good way to start a yoga set, balancing the whole system the first minute. Now you change hands and use the left thumb on the back of your right hand from the knuckle along the side of the bone down into where you feel the bone from the thumb meeting up. Back and forth, back and forth. And now you put your hands down on your knees again, thumb against your forefinger. Long deep breathing, focusing your third eye point. What we're going to do now is a series of exercises, sitting down, standing up, or lying on your back, where we are going on a physical, anatomical level, stretching your breathing muscles and your breathing apparatus. On an energetic level, we are working with the entire chakra system, balancing the chakras and the flow of prana in the nadis between the chakras. And I will explain each exercise from both perspectives. Now, for the first exercise, put the hands on top of your shoulders, fingers down front, thumbs down the back, elbows out to the sides. And in this position, we're going to do a spine flex. And what you're doing is that you're tilting your pelvis backwards. So you're leaning back all over the pelvis, arching the back out so it looks like a banana from the side, lowering your head, and with the hands still on top of your shoulders, put the elbows together in front of your heart. And from that position, go back to the original one and keep pushing the bottom forward, the lower back forward. Lift the chest up as high as you can, lift the nose and chin as high as you can, and push the elbows back, just as elegant as you did it towards front. You push it towards each other on the back. And then you Go back to the other end of the position, all the way. And you use your breath in sync with the movement. You inhale going forward, lifting your nose, pulling your elbows back, opening up the chest. You exhale going back, lowering the chin, pushing the elbows together in front. Using the mantra in rhythm with movement and breath. And here, you're doing a very complete spine flex, all the way down into your tailbone, all the way up into the upper part of your neck. And you're using the entire rib cage, in front and in back, stretching the breathing muscles. And when you move forward, you're also filling the lungs and stretching the breathing muscles at the same time. And you're really using the stomach, the diaphragm. So when you're inhaling going forward, push the stomach out as you inhale deeply. And when you exhale going back, pull the stomach back in. And this way, the diaphragm is moving at its maximum up and down. Massaging inner organs. This exercise balances the entire chakra system, especially if you, under closed eyes, focus into the third eye point. You're getting it all. The next time when you come to the middle, the center, stop there. You inhale, you exhale, and you do the root lock. Not if you have your menstruation. You pull the anal sphincter, you pull the urinary, and you pull in the stomach just below the navel, and hold those three contractions as one. Release first, inhale, relax, arms down, roll your shoulders, big circle. Put your hands on your knees, thumb against your forefinger, IAM Mudra. Keep your eyes closed and do some long, deep breathing. Don't forget to use the mantra. And just experience how that exercise felt to do and how it feels after. And experience your breathing, because we're really working with your breathing muscles and breathing apparatus. So be there, experience your own breath, exercise by exercise. Now, we have breathing muscles all the way around the rib cage, also in the back. And now we're going to stretch the muscles in the back. So now you hold your hands up in front of you and you interlace the fingers. The left pinky below is at the bottom. The left pinky is at the bottom. And at the top, you press the tip of your thumbs together. And you turn the palms down and then outwards. And you touch the chest with your knuckles. Relax the shoulders, arms parallel to the floor. And from this position, you stretch your arms straight out. And as they are straight, you lean a little bit backwards. And then you stretch a little extra with your arms without bending forward. So you feel the stretch in the entire back. And then you straighten up the body and you pull the knuckles into your chest again. You inhale, stretching out. You exhale, pulling your hands back in again. Slowly, deep breathing, deep stretching. and the mantra. Eyes closed, focus in the third eye. So what you're doing here is that you are stretching the breathing muscles in your back. And at the same time, you're filling the lungs with maximum, pushing the stomach out when you inhale, pulling the stomach in as you exhale. This is a very good exercise for the heart chakra. This is also affecting a number of meridians. If you look at the map over the meridians of the body, you see that a number of them, 6 actually, are going out through your arms and hands into your fingers. And here you have meridians connected to the heart and the lungs. Lung meridian in the thumb, the pericardium in the middle finger, and the heart meridian in the pinky finger. And this stretching also stretches the meridians. And there are other meridians too for large and small intestines and triple burner that goes out into the fingers. So this is actually an upper pressure exercise as well. Next time you stretch your arms out, you inhale, stretch your arms out, and you hold that position for a few seconds. And then you turn your arms, raise them up over your head, palms facing up, and you stretch your arms as high as you can, keep the lungs full, and stretch and hold and stretch and hold. Maintain that stretch, exhale, and with empty lungs do another root lock. Anal sphincter, urinary, pull in the navel, stretch your arms, don't bite your teeth. Relax first, inhale, arms goes in a wide circle, out, down to the side. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. And put the hands on your knees and just relax sitting down before we are standing up in the next exercise. Do some long deep breathing and just experience the exercise, what it did to you, how it feels to breathe out. Now, come up standing. And standing up, put your feet a little wider apart so you're standing at a good standing position. And here, just as we did in the first exercise, put the hands on top of your shoulders again. Fingers in front, thumbs down the back, elbows to the sides. And in this position, we are twisting the upper body from side to side. So you start turning left as far as you can, and then you go back and all the way over to the right. The head just follows passively the movement, so you don't try to twist your neck further than the body moves. You inhale going left, you exhale going right. And use the mantra. Push the stomach out to the left, pull the stomach in to the left, to the right. And stretch the body. And if you keep your feet in position, you can feel this exercise all the way into your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, all the way through the spine, shoulders, chest, breathing muscles. especially when you come all the way out to one side. You can feel the stretch in the back, along the shoulder blades. This also works on the entire chakra system. Very clear exercise for the heart chakra. The next time you come up front, you stop there with your arms in position. You inhale, you hold the arms up, you exhale, and you do the root lock, standing up. Pull, hold, squeeze. Relax first, inhale, arms in a big circle all the way down. Roll your shoulders 7 or 8 times. Shake your legs, loosen up. And now, in standing position, we will do that bouncing on the heels that I told you about. So what you're doing is that you're coming up as high as you can and you bounce down. You can feel the bounce all the way up to the back of your head. And each time you bounce down, you say, like in more. And once you get the hang of it, pace it up. 20 more minutes. More seconds. And relax. Keep your eyes closed. Do some long, deep breathing and just experience what that did. And then from standing all the way down to corpse pose, lying on your back. Relax completely for a few seconds. Long, deep breathing, focusing your third eye point. And use the mantra. Your rhythm with your breathing. And now, the cat stretch. You take your right foot and put it on top of your left knee. Your right knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. Grab the knee with your left hand and pull it down to the left. And at the same time, your upper body goes to the right. Your chin turns into your right shoulder, and you twist the body in 2 different directions. Do some long, deep breathing here. Cat stretch. You can feel it all the way into your knee, up along the thigh, the hip, the bottom, lower back, shoulder, all the way up into your neck. It's a very complete stretch. And now, come back, stretch out that right leg, shift legs, and do the same thing with the left. The right hand pulls it down towards the right side, the upper body twists left. Hold the position, do some long, deep breathing. Feel the stomach, the chest expands in each breath. This is very good for the entire chakra system. All the major chakras are balanced here. Now, back, up again, shift leg one more time. And see how the second time down towards the left with the leg and the right with the upper body, how that feels. Long, deep breathing. From an Ayurvedic perspective, this is a 3-dosha exercise. Very beneficial both for Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And back again, and one last time, left leg down the right, upper body towards the left. Long, deep breathing. From a traditional Chinese perspective, this is very beneficial for a large number of meridians in the body, especially the central ones, Du and Ren. And you are, from a purely physical perspective, you're twisting and stretching your breathing muscles. Now, come back up again, stretch the leg out, shake both legs, and take a few long deep breaths lying on your back. Focus the third eye point, use the mantra. Stay focused. Relaxed but focused. From lying position, slowly, gently come back up sitting. Easy pose again, or up on your chair. Spine straight, the head centered on top of everything. Relax the shoulders. Long deep breath. The next exercise is the shoulder roll. And what you're doing here is that you're just leave your hands on top of your thighs and allow them to move as they please, as long as you get a big circle with the shoulders. You raise the shoulders as high up as you can. You pull them back as deep into the back as you can. Push them all the way down into the bottom. Press them together in front of your chest and all the way up to the top again. So that looking from the side, it looks like you're drawing a big circle with the tip of your shoulder. You inhale going up and back when you open the chest. You exhale going down and forward when you press the chest together. And you continue a few more laps and just feel how you stretch. Not just the shoulders, the top of the shoulders and shoulder blades in the back, but you're actually stretching breathing muscles below your armpits all the way down. And you're opening up and compressing the front and back of the rib cage through this exercise. And you're using the stomach. You push the stomach out when you inhale and shoulders go up, and you pull the stomach in as the shoulders go down and together in front. So you're using the diaphragm and you're using all the intercostal breathing muscles. Stretch them all. Very good for your breathing. From a yogic perspective, this is an exercise mainly for the fourth and fifth chakra, or chakra, throat chakra. There is some effect also in the third chakra, and if you're keeping your eyes closed and focusing to your third eye point, you get to the sixth chakra. But the main focus is the fourth and the fifth. Next time you come to the top, you do one more circle, big one. And then you go all the way back up to the top and you stop there and hold the breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then on a slow exhale, you slowly lower your shoulders. And then you roll 4 or 5 times, easy, relaxed circles. And put your hands on top of your knees, Piya Mudra, thumb against forefinger. Focus into your third eye point and do some long, deep breathing. And just experience how it feels like breathing after all this stretching. And how it feels inside of you when you're doing so much focusing through breath, through the third eye point, and through the mantra. Now, the next exercise looks very easy, but it may not be so easy. What you're doing is that you're interlacing your fingers, left pinky at the bottom, the tip of your thumbs together at the top, and you place your hands behind your neck, just where the neck and the head meets, and you twist so that the palms of your hands are facing the ceiling without bending your head too much forward. Pull the elbows back, pull the shoulder blades together so you open up the chest. And imagine now that I come to your house and I pour some very expensive liquid into the palm of your hands, and I said, don't spill a drop now. And from this position, raise your arms without spilling all the way as high as you can. Stretch your arms all the way into your armpits and lower them back down again. Don't spill a drop. All the way back to the neck. You inhale going up, you exhale going down. Use the mantra, press the shoulder blades together, open the chest up wide, and stretch the arms as high up as you can. And you feel deep tension both in your upper chest and your upper back. And you can feel the stretching below your armpits all through the rib cage. And when you stretch the rib cage and the intercostal muscle, at the same time you're inhaling, filling your lungs, and just the inhale stretches them even more. So this is a very deep stretch for the intercostal muscle. And just as when we did the exercise earlier in the set where you pull the arms out and in, this exercise, when you press the arms up with interlaced fingers, you are actually getting to these 6 meridians that goes out in your hands and fingers. Next time you come down, you shall go back up again one last time. Don't spill any drops here now, the last time. And just stretch your arms as high as you can, hold the breath in, and stretch 2 more centimeters. Stretch, hold that position, exhale, hold the position, do the root lock again. With empty lungs, tighten the anal sphincter, urinary, pull in the navel, and stretch. Release and relax. Arms in a big circle down to the side. Roll your shoulders. Big circles. 7 or 8 times roll your shoulders. And just sit in easy pose. Prepare for the lying down, leg shaking exercise. Do some long deep breathing and just experience how all these exercises have affected you up to now. Use the mantra in rhythm with your breathing. Now, for the tapping on the edge of your left hand, lift, raise the left arm in front of you, the edge of the hand pointing outwards. Take the tip of your 4 fingers on the right hand and you place them against the edge of the left hand, just below the knuckle. And you start tapping against the edge of the left hand. At the same time, whisper or think to yourself, I am. And this is a setup, a preparation for the next exercise, where we are going to release a lot of stress and tension, blockages in the hips, the lower back, the pelvis area, core muscles, the psoas muscle. We are going to release a lot of stress here, and this is what you're telling your system. I am, I am, I am. Releasing, relaxing, releasing, relaxing. Deep, deep, deep inside of myself. I am, I am, I am. And now, put your hands down on your knees. Take a long, deep breath. And lie down in corpse pose on the floor. Stretch the body, relax the body. Close your eyes. In this position, you pull your feet in halfway towards the bottom of your body. And there you put the soles of your feet together and gently lower the knees out to the sides. Lying down in what we call the recline or lying down butterfly pose. And just find a relaxed pose here. Feel that your lower back is relaxing, arms, shoulders. And just do some long, deep breathing. And I'll explain the basis of this exercise. Long time ago, Mother Nature, she equipped us with a function so that we would survive not just one lion attack, but actually maybe even 2. So after the first fight and flight situation, and we survived it, we needed to be ready to jump up another tree or fight another fight. And in order for the body to be maximum prepared, nature gave us a function that started to shake, vibrate the body. And we would maybe feel like we were shivering, we were cold, or we were frightened, but actually there's a deep muscle relaxation technique given to us by nature, so that we would be ready again within minutes to live another day. In modern day life, there are so many lions every day in all aspects of life that we never have time to shake it loose. And instead, we encapsulate those tensions and we get tension in our hips, in our hamstrings, in our thighs, in our lower back. And this is an exercise to open up that capability in us to release those tensions. And this is not about you trying to shake, this is about you enabling the mechanism that we have. We are sharing it with all mammals on the planet, the ability to open up for the shaking from inside. So the only thing you do here is that you hold the positions that I tell you to take and just try to lay still there. So from this position now, with relaxed thighs and knees to the sides, you keep the soles of your feet together, the feet towards the ground, you keep the bottom tightly to the ground, but you lift your knees 2-3 centimeters, like an inch, not too much. And you try to hold that position with a little tension in your thighs and your hips. But hold it still, do long deep breathing here, and just hold the position. Relax the arms, shoulders, the jaw muscles. Relax the forehead. Long deep breathing all the way into your belly button. Hold the position with your legs. And now you lift another inch, 2-3 centimeters. Hold the next position. Somewhere along these movements, your legs, your thighs, your hips will start to vibrate. Maybe just a little, maybe a lot. That could vary. When you feel the vibration start, try to resist it. So you really establish in yourself, this is nothing you're doing. This is something happening from inside. And now you raise your knees another inch. Hold it. Long deep breathing. And once the shaking, the vibration has started and is established, then you can boost the process just by pressing the soles of your feet a little tighter together. And press the edges of your feet deeper into the mat. And that might boost the process. And you do that now and again through the exercise, maybe once or twice a minute. You press the soles of your feet together, the edges of your feet down into the mat. Long deep breathing. Now you lift your knees another inch, holding next position, and just experience how this vibrating feels inside of you. Be there, experience what's happening. And also experience if this is not just a physical vibration. Be there if there is any type of emotional response. Because it could be that the tension once placed there was the result of an emotional troublesome situation. And if the emotions were released and processed at that point, they too might be encapsulated. And those emotions might come up in an exercise like this. And then you just decide if something like that happens. Is this a good time for me to process and release these emotions? If it is, keep on. If it's not, you can always stop this process. You just stretch your legs out, and shake the legs 2-3 times and do some long deep breathing. And the shaking will subside and the emotions will sort of sink back down in again. But then you know that you have these things that need to be processed. Now you raise your knees another inch, and from this moment on, for the rest of the exercise, you move your legs, your knees up and down freely to find the best angle for the deepest shake. Long deep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Sometimes it's just a very discreet vibration in your knees. Sometimes the entire legs, the hips, the lower back, everything is shaking. Sometimes the shake goes up all the way through the upper body, all the way up into the head. It happens. And it could vary from time to time. And it's your subconscious that is actually deciding on how much tension to be released right now. And you just follow the flow of it. Now you do this 1 more minute. If you like this exercise, this is a good exercise to do on a daily basis. You can do it in the morning when you wake up. You stay in bed for an extra 10 minutes and do this. Or you can do it when you go to bed at night before you fall to sleep. You do this as ways of releasing tension in your body on a daily basis. Very good exercise. Now, inhale and stretch your legs out. Shake both of your legs. Roll your hips from side to side a couple of times. And take a long, deep breath lying on your back. And the shaking has stopped. And it's time for deep relaxation. So make sure you're comfortable lying on your back. If you have any pillows or blankets, anything you need to make it more comfortable, use that now. So that the deep relaxation becomes very relaxing. And now, a long deep breath, and then just release the breath. Now you don't have to control it anymore. Let it take care of itself. And you get a few minutes off completely to do nothing. Relax completely. Allow relaxation to go through your entire body. From the fingers and the toes, all the way up through your arms and legs, into your hips and lower back, up through the stomach and chest, shoulders, into your neck and jaws, all the way up through your face, heavy eyelids, everything relaxes. Do some long, deep breathing, all automatically. The body takes care of itself. For a few minutes now, just allow the vibration of the gongs to do their part in this yoga set. From the Kundalini Yoga perspective, the gong is connected to consciousness. So this is like a signal to your deeper consciousness. I know you're in there. This is the hello to your deep consciousness. Just allow it to listen. Time to come back. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale deep. Exhale. Move your fingers and your toes. Wrists and ankles. Make faces. Stretch the jaw muscles. Gently turn your head from side to side a couple of times. And then stretch your arms all the way back along the floor, top of your head. And stretch out. And as you lower your arms, stop with your hands by the ears and massage the earlobes around the edge of the ear on both sides, accessing some ear acupressure points, activating the system again. And then you come down with your arms and do another cat stretch. The right foot on top of your left leg, hold with your left hand, the right knee down towards the left side. The upper body twists to the right, the chin into the right shoulder. Long deep breath. And come back up again with the knee. Change legs. Do a cat stretch to the other side. Long deep breath. And come back again. Raise both your feet and your hands up into the air. Put the soles of your feet together, the palms of your hands, and rub intensely. Activate more zones and points in your hands and feet. And then pull your knees down towards the chest. Roll from side to side gently along the back. Feel the stretch and the massaging of the lower back against the mat. And then you change direction and you roll along the spine. All the way back to the back of your head, all the way up to sitting, like a rocking chair, up and down. And then all the way up to sitting position. So place yourself in easy pose or up on your chair. Make sure you're comfortable. And before we go into meditation, let's introduce ourselves to the subconscious and unconscious. We do some tapping on the left temporal lobe. So take the 3 fingers in the middle of the left hand, and from the corner of your eye, start tapping over the ear, down below, up over the cheek to the corner of the eye again. And as you tap, circle by circle, you think or you whisper, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I'm coming in, I'm coming down, I'm coming for a visit. Conscious me visiting the unconscious me, expanding my consciousness. I am, I am, I am. In the material that you get in PDF format after this session, there are links that you can read more about all these things that I've been telling you about. And there's a link with both the leg shaking and temporal tapping that we're doing right now. So you can read more about these things. Now, you put your hands into your lap, like two balls. The thumbs are touching in front. Relax the shoulders. Center your head. Relax the jaw muscles. Eyes closed. Long, deep breathing in and out through the nose. Before we go into the meditation, just be there for a little while. Experience how this yoga set have affected you up to now. What we are going to do in this meditation is a variation of Brahmari. Brahmari or Bumblebee Breathing. A very good ancient yogic meditation. What we're doing here is that we are dividing the inhale into 8 parts. So you sniff in air 8 times to fill your lungs, and then you do 1 long exhale while vibrating the sound. And then you relax for a few seconds and you start over again. Sniff in 8, fill your lungs, 1 long exhale. So now, do 1 long inhale first and 1 exhale, and then we start together, and then you move on in your own pace. So inhale and exhale. Let's start sniffing. Continue. One more. Now you inhale, you hold your breath, and you start rolling your shoulders with the breath held in. Hold the breath, roll your shoulders. And exhale. One more time, inhale, hold. Now you roll your shoulders a little bit faster. And exhale. Now place the left palm against your chest, right palm on top of your left. Relax arms, shoulders. You do some long, deep breathing. Just look inside, feel inside, experience what this yoga set has done. What your experience is from it right now. Now we will tune out. The tuning out mantra is Satna. I am true, truth is my identity. We do it 3 times, very low key, clearly directing it, aiming deep inside of ourselves. Inhale, exhale, and inhale to begin. Back to you. Take now 3 minutes, eat and drink the water. So, in exactly 3 minutes, I will tell you to look back on it and see if there are any questions or comments. So, during these 3 minutes, think, consider, and come back to any questions or comments that you might have about what we're doing. So, 3 minutes starts now. So, now we're back, some 3+ minutes later. This is a type of yoga set that I have been working with for the last 3-4 years now. I call it the IAM Project. It's based in Kundalini Yoga, but as you noticed, I've added some extra things, and I've created a lot of yoga sets around this project. In Swedish, I have well over 150 yoga sets in Swedish online server on my website, and I will start putting yoga sets in the English part of the online service that will start in a couple of weeks. And if you're interested in more information about this, you go to the website goranboll.yoga. You have it also on the HealthFlix side where you can see my presentation. There you have my website. And you just leave your name and number, your email address, and we will send you information as soon as all these yoga sets in English are available. So, any questions or comments about this, the first part of this workshop? Feel free. I can also tell you that I'll be back here in a couple of weeks. Heather Mason at the Minded Institute, who initiated the HealthFlix online service, she and I are planning a joint workshop, she from London and I from Stockholm, in a couple of weeks' time. And there will be more information about that on the healthflix.online webpage. Okay, here we have a comment. Lisa says, thank you very much. And Mary Achilia, thank you for a wonderful session. When we did the leg shaking, do we resist it or let it be? I don't hear very well. At first you resist it, the first second, so that you establish this is not me trying to do anything. This is actually coming from within. And once you establish that you created, you opened up the mechanism, then you just let go, let it be, let it shake, loose and free. And here's one from Sarah. You're the best. Thank you, Sarah. Suman Dangage, session has been very relaxing so far. During the butterfly session, sound was unclear, some gibberish. How can we get the details, what has been explained by you? as I said, I have created in English in PDF format both the yoga sets that we are doing. So if you go into my website after this session and leave your name and email address, I will send you both the PDFs for both the sets today. And in here, you have the exercises with links you can click on, and the meditation, and also more information about breath and breathing and quantum physics in relevance to yoga. Kate, Kate Duncan, do I feel so cold? Uh, it happens. It happens occasionally that when you go into deep relaxation like this, uh, you can experience a coldness just after when the set is over. It's not so uncommon. It's connected to the deep relaxation process. And Suman says, thank you. Thank you so much. And the my website address, www.goranboll.yoga. And you find this address also where my presentation is on the HealthFlix online website. Kate says, lots of emotion released. Thank you, Göran. Thank you. And that's one thing that can happen and do happen, is that if we suppress various kinds of emotions and then we do yoga and I keep saying, listen within, experience what this feels like, and you do these types of exercises, it's like an invitation to these emotions to be released. And there's a saying, the only emotion that is dangerous for us is the ones we don't release, the ones we suppress. So keep on releasing the emotions and just let them pour out of you and be gone. Lillian Pons, deeply calm, thank you, was so amazed with legs shaking and letting go. Yeah, it's an amazing exercise. I've been teaching this to all of my students in all of my classes for the last 2 years, and everyone is shaking. It's not that maybe a few people in the class are shaking. Everyone has been shaking in all of my classes that I've taught this. It's a deeply, deeply effective exercise. And there are links in the PDF material where you can read more about these shakes as well. Okay, let's see if there are 1 or 2 more questions or comments, and then we will actually do some more yoga. Natasha Berwitz. I was so tense and angry this morning. This session really helped. I feel very calm. Thank you. Thank you, Natasha. Okay, let us prepare for another yoga set. The first one was about prana, the pranic life force that we use in our energetic system when we do yoga. The second set is named quantum, from quantum physics. And some people would say it's a big word to take in your mouth saying that yoga is quantum physics. But the interesting thing is that it's actually not the yogis who've been saying this. For the last almost 100 years, it's been the quantum physicists saying that yoga is quantum physics. The founding fathers of quantum physics, Niels Bohr, Max Planck, Schrödinger, Heisenberg, those guys, when they developed the thoughts around quantum physics, they read yogic philosophy in the process. They read the Veda scriptures, they read the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and they said, wow, I think it was Heisenberg who said, wow, how much quantum physics did these guys know 3,000 years ago? It's amazing. And even today, the quantum physicists of today are saying the same thing. There is one guy, Amit Goswami, is featured in many films on quantum physics, and he's written 15 or 20 books, I think, on quantum physics. He has one book called The Quantum Doctor, and in that book, he writes that in his view, yoga, meditation, traditional Chinese medicine, and Ayurveda, they're all quantum physics systems. And he sees them as integrated parts of mainstream medicine in the coming decades. And in Sweden, we're actually moving there already. In Sweden, 20% of all NHS units have in-house instructors and therapists in Medi-Yoga teaching yoga to all types of patients, heart patients, cancer patients, psychiatry patients, and patients in palliative care, and also in primary care, of course. So we're getting there slowly but surely. So from the quantum physics perspective, yoga is quantum physics. And now we're doing a quantum yoga set. So lay down on your back. Into easy pose, no, not easy pose, corpse pose. Close your eyes and do some long, deep breathing. In and out through the nose. Inhale, stomach expands. Keep on inhaling. Expand the chest. Exhale, chest and stomach goes back down again. Relax for a few seconds. Await the signal from within saying it's time to inhale again. Lying in corpse pose is actually very beneficial for the entire energetic system. It's good for the body, but it's very beneficial for all of your chakras from an Ayurvedic perspective, from all three doshas. It's very balancing energetically. And now, slowly but surely, come back up sitting and place yourself in easy pose on the yoga mat or up on your chair. Spine straight, Center your head, relax the jaw. Keep your eyes closed. Focus your third eye point. Make sure you have the long, deep breathing part also up in sitting. Stomach, chest expand on the inhalation. Exhale, chest and stomach goes back in. So, place the left palm against your chest, level with your heart. Right palm on top of your left. Relax the elbows, shoulders, jaw muscles. And be ready to start the yoga session. Tuning in with the IAM mantra. And this time to decide if you just want to think it, vibrate it mentally in your head, or whisper it, or say it out loud. Breathe. I, I, I. When you're done, lower your hands. Put them on your knees, thumb against forefinger, key and eyes closed, focusing the third eye. And decide if you want to use the mantra I am or Satnam in rhythm with your breathing. Then we start again by massaging that bone on the back of your left hand. Take the thumb or one of the fingers and press it against the side of the bone, from the knuckle down to where the bone from the thumb meet up, back and forth against that metacarpal bone just below the forefinger. Then switch hands and do the same thing on the other hand. Then put your hands on your knees again, thumb against your forefinger, focused breathing mantra. Okay. Now stand up. And standing up, put your feet a little wider apart. Hold your hands up in front of you. Interlace the thumbs with the palms facing forward. Fingers pointing upwards. And in this position, raise your arms up as high as you can. Lift the nose, following the hands. Push your hips forward and pull your arms back so you arch the body as far and deep forward as you can. Inhale deeply here. And on the exhale, with straight legs and straight arms, fold the body and hang with your arms down, your head hangs down. And down there, you take one extra breath. So you both inhale and exhale down there. Then you bend your knees slightly and go back into the upper position again. No extra breath up here. So when you feel it's time to exhale, you fold the body back down again. One extra breath down there, and then you go up and down like this. This exercise in Kundalini Yoga is called the miracle bend. And you can feel how it stretches the entire front and back of your body, depending on where you are in it. And when you bend down and take an extra breath there, your diaphragm is pushing down into your belly and compress the organs, massaging them. So it's very good for all the digestive organs in your belly. From a yogic perspective, this exercise balances the entire chakra system. And from an Ayurvedic perspective, all the three doshas. So it's no coincidence, it's called the miracle bend. Very good exercise. The next time you come down, you take your extra breath down there. And then you move back up again and you stay in that upper position, holding your breath in. Holding, holding, stretching, lifting. And then with your arms up, exhale there. And with empty lungs, do the root lock standing up. Tighten the pelvis, the anal swings to the pelvis, urinary and stomach. And push and release. Inhale, arms in a big arch down to the side. Roll your shoulders, shake your legs. And maintain standing position. If possible, keep your eyes closed. And just do some long, deep breathing here. And experience what this exercise did to you. Then standing up, we're doing one more standing exercise. Now you place your feet wide apart, as wide as you comfortably can place them. And you stretch your arms to the side, palms facing down. And now use the arms as if they were just one long line. So if one goes up, the other one goes down. If one goes forward, the other one goes back. So it's like one line. And you take that line, and now you put the right hand on top of your left foot. And you turn your head up towards that upper hand. And then you come back up into the original position. And you switch sides and go down with the left hand to the right foot. Twist your head towards the upper hand. You inhale, coming up in the middle. You exhale, going down to the side. For the windmill. You can feel how your legs are working, how your hips, your entire pelvis is stretching and twisting, how your upper body is working, spine bending and twisting at the same time. The shoulder blades are working, the arms, the neck. You're working your entire body here. Also, like the miracle band, very good for all the chakras and all the doshas. Few more laps up and down. The next time you go down, you come back up again and you stop standing up, arms stretched to the side. Inhale, hold your breath. Maintain the arms in position. Exhale. With empty lungs, do the root lung. Anal sphincter, urinary, pull in the navel, hold. Relax first. Inhale, lower your arms. Put your feet closer together, roll your shoulders, big circles. Shake your legs and your hips. And before we sit back down again, we will repeat that bouncing and humming. So come up on the soles and bounce down on your heels. Once you get it working, increase your pace. Inhale, exhale. And just take a few long deep breaths here and experience what these 3 standing up exercises do to you. Feel the vibration deep into the bones. Can you feel how you're breathing? Don't forget the mantra. All the time. I am or Satnam. In rhythm with all that breathing. And then sit back down in easy pose or on your chair. Eyes closed. Long deep breathing. Don't forget them. Now, we will repeat one of the exercises from the first set. You put your hands on top of your shoulders, fingers down in front, thumbs down back, elbows out to the sides. And here we do that spine flex again. You tilt your hips, your pelvis backwards, you arch your back, you pull the elbows, you lower your chin. You go all the way back up, lift the nose, lift the chest, push the lower back forward, pull the elbows back. And you inhale going forward, you exhale going back. And make sure you roll the bottom back and forth. So you get the entire hip area working, the entire spine, all the way up to the top of the neck. Try to touch the elbows in front of the chest and actually try to have them touch at the back as well. Push them together. Open up the chest as wide as you can. Don't forget the breath. The standing up position, miracle bend, good for the whole chakra system. The windmill, good for the whole chakra system. This exercise, good for the whole chakra system. Next time you reach the middle, stay there with the spine straight and arms to the sides. You inhale there, you exhale there, and you do another root lock here. Pull the anal sphincter, urinary, pull in the navel, hold. Relax, inhale, arms, big arch down to the side, roll your shoulders. Then put your hands on top of your knees, Iyan Mudra, thumb against forefinger. Eyes closed, maintain focus, maintain mantra. Be there. Just listen within. Yoga is not about me telling you what the truth is. Yoga is about you through the yogic exercises, the yogic tools, listening deep inside within yourself, finding out the truth for yourself. So that's why you keep your eyes closed. You aim deep inside of yourself. And right in the middle now of this set, you got a question about why we repeat the root lock. And in Kundalini Yoga, we do root lock after most of the exercises we do. So that's part of it. We do an exercise, we end it with the root lock. Now, you put your hands back on top of your shoulders again. Now we're repeating another one of the exercises from the first set, but this time sitting down. So you're turning your body as far you can to the left and then over to the right. And your head just follow the body's movements. You don't try to turn your neck or twist your neck any further than the body actually moves. You inhale going left, push the stomach out, and you exhale going right, hold the stomach in. Try to maintain the line between the elbows, so it's like one straight line all through the exercise. It's very good. You can feel it all the way down into your hip and waist, all the way up through the abdomen, into the shoulders. You feel the breathing muscles stretch and tense, and it moves the vertebra in the spine, massages the discs in between. And it's actually a very good exercise for the heart. This twisting and deep breathing stretches the muscles, it stretches the pericardium, which actually massages the heart, as well as the lungs in the deep breathing. Very good for the heart. We've inserted this exercise into a number of studies on patients with heart problems, cardiac arrest, atrial fibrillation, heart failure. Very good for the heart. Naturally very good for the heart chakra, but also works on the third chakra. Next time, stop in the middle. Hold the position, inhale. Hold the arms up, exhale. And do another root lock. Tighten, push upwards. Push the energy up through the system. Relax, inhale. Arms in a big arc down to the side. Roll your shoulders 7 or 8 times. Stretch out your legs and rest in corpse pose lying on your back. Long deep breathing. Focus into your third eye point. Maintain the mantra in rhythm with your breathing. Be there. The next exercise is the hip lift. Now you pull your heels in as close to the body as you can. Stretch your arms down. If you can reach the feet, the ankles, grab hold. If you can't reach, place the palms against the mat as far down as you can. Make sure you have at least 10-20 centimeters between your feet. And from this position, Raise your body up as high up as you can and lower it down again. You inhale going up, you exhale going down. At one point in this exercise, your hands and your feet and your head are in the same position towards the floor. The feet connects to the root chakra, the hands and arms connect to the heart chakra, and the head to the crown chakra. And those three are also connected in symmetry with each other. The exercise in itself works very much on the second chakra. Next time you come down, you come back up again one more time. Hold that position. Exhale. Maintain the position, do another root lock. Hold and press. Release, relax, inhale, come down. Put your hips on your bottom, stretch your legs out. Shake your legs and relax on your back. Take a couple of long deep breaths. From lying down, slowly, gently come back and stand on all fours. Feet close together, your knees right underneath your hips, hands right underneath your shoulders, spine straight. And in this position, we start doing the cat and cow. You inhale, and when you exhale, you push the spine up, arch it upwards, and pull the chin into your chest. And on the inhale, lower your back, you raise your head, lift the nose towards the ceiling. And then slowly, gently move up and down like this. The hips move first, the spine continues, and the head ends the exercise. Maintain your arms straight. Don't bend your elbows. And when you inhale, lowering your spine, push the stomach out. And when you exhale, arching the back upwards, pull the stomach back into the body. Cat and cow. It's very good spine flex all the way up from the tailbone all the way up to the back of your head. Good for the shoulders, shoulder blades. From a yogic perspective, this balances the entire chakra system, as well as the three doshas in Ayurveda. Very good exercise. Next time you reach the original position, stay there, spine straight. You inhale there, you exhale, and you relax, inhale, and sit down on your heels, lower your head toward the floor, and take a few long deep breaths in baby pose. Place your hands just in front of your knees and ease up your body, sit up straight, rock pose on your heels. And you raise your left hand up to the shoulder and start tapping again. With the fingers of your right hand tap on the edge of your left hand, preparing for the leg shake by saying I am. Whispering, thinking, repeat it to yourself. I am now releasing, relaxing, letting go of old tension as well as new. Releasing, relaxing, letting go. All tensions, releasing, releasing. Now, inhale, exhale, and come out of this position, lay down on your back in corpse pose. And from corpse pose, pull your feet in, put the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall gently out to the sides and lay there in butterfly pose. Do some long deep breathing. And from here, you know the drill now. You hold the positions, maintain them as still, solid as you can, so that you establish that the shaking once it starts, it comes from inside. It's not your doing, it comes from inside. So now, with your feet firmly to the ground, soles of your feet firmly together, raise your knees 1 inch, 2 to 3 centimeters. Hold that position, hold your legs as still as you can, and maintain long, deep breaths. Make sure the upper body is so relaxed as it possibly can be. Arms, shoulders, neck, jaw, forehead, everything relaxes. It's just that you created some tension in your legs, in your hips. Now you raise the knees another inch, a couple of centimeters. Hold the new position. And once you feel the vibrations start, at first resist it, but then when you establish this is coming from inside, this is not me trying anything, then you just let go, let it vibrate. Now you raise your knees another inch, and once the vibration has started, press the soles of your feet a little tighter together now and again. Press the edges of your feet a little deeper into the mat now and again. Long, deep breath. Don't tense the jaw muscles. Relax the upper body as much as you can. Now you raise your knees another inch. And from now on, you do it on your own. You raise them, you lower them, trying to establish the best angle for the deepest shape. And just relax as much as you can, even though it's shaking and your legs feel tense. Maintain your relaxed composure and just let go of all those tensions. Two more minutes. Now it's time to stretch your legs out. Shake both of your legs. Turn your hips from side to side a few times. And take one long deep breath and relax completely. Place pillows, blankets, and what you have so that you feel as comfortable as you can and go into deep relaxation. And once there, take one long deep breath, inhale and exhale, and then let go of the breath. Let it regulate, take care of itself. You relax completely. All parts of your body relax completely. Muscle by muscle, limb by limb, everything relaxes. You can feel the relaxations all the way out into your fingers on your go through your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. into your hips, lower all the way up to stomach, chest, back and shoulder, into your neck and your throat. The jaw muscles relax, everything relaxes all the way up to the top of your head, everything. This is the part where your body heals itself, where the mind releases all kinds of stress, fear, and anxiety, and the system is filling up with healing, balance, energy. And you will keep this inside of you. This will be a part of you for a long time after this set, these two sets. So you will keep this with you very much. Now just allow for a few minutes the vibrations of the gongs once more to vibrate your energetic system, creating balance and relaxation. Move your fingers and your toes. Make faces with your face. Move your wrists and the ankles. Turn gently your head from side to side. And then stretch your arms along the floor, high above your head. And stretch out. And on the way down, stop with your fingers by your ears and massage the lobes and the edges of the ears. And then you bring your arms down. Put your right foot on top of your left knee and do the cat stretch. Legs down to the left, upper body twist to the right, heading to the right shoulder. Long deep breath, cat stretch. And then come back up to leg, change legs, do the other side. Long deep breath. And come back again. Lift your hands and feet up into the air, with the soles of your feet and palms of your hands together, and rub it gently. And then you pull your knees into your chest and roll gently side to side, massaging the lower back, stretching. Change direction. Roll the other way. Back and forth, down towards the head, back up, sitting like a rocking chair. And all the way up. Sit yourself up straight, in easy pose, or up on your chair. We are going to do a meditation that's called Connecting Heart and Brain. You put your hands like when we tune in and tune out. Palm of your left hand on your chest by the heart. Right hand on top of it. Relax shoulders, relax the elbows. And you just sit like that for a little while. Focus on your heart. Focus where your hands are. Slow breathing. And find inside that soft inner smile. And just listen to me repeat the words gratitude and appreciation, caring and compassion. Gratitude, appreciation, caring and compassion. What happens in you when you hear those words? Gratitude, appreciation, caring. Is that creating any type of feelings towards that gratitude, appreciation, caring? Just notice what happens to you when you silently repeat those words to yourself. Gratitude, appreciation, Yeah. Gratitude, appreciation. Yeah. Now we're adding a mantra. You can see it on the screen. Wa sa shante ishta wa e gu. Very special mantra. Wa sa shante ishta wa e gu. It actually combines three completely different traditions with each other. Wa sa is from the Chinese tradition. It's Chinese and the meaning of the word is literally, this is now. This has already happened. This is true now. Shanti Ishta is from North American traditional Indian, meaning the intuitive third eye wisdom of the heart. And Vaheguru is from the Kundalini tradition, means deep knowledge, ecstasy beyond words, deep wisdom. Vasa Shanta Ishta Vaheguru. So we just repeat that. You can repeat it out loud, or you can just follow and repeat it mentally inside yourself. I will repeat it out loud. You can just follow. Wa sa sham ishta wa he. 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 Wa sa shante ishta wa he guru. 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 Wa sa sham ishta wa guru. Wa sa sham ishta wa he 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 guru. Wa Wa, Sa, Shan, Ishta, Wa, He, Guru. 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 Last time. Wa, Sa, Shan, Ishta, Wa, He, Guru. Inhale. Hold your breath. Hold your heart. Complete sink and balance. Just hold, hold, and exhale. Keep your hands over your heart. Take a few long, deep breaths. Take in this whole session, this set and the first set we did. Just experience how all this affected you. What are you feeling? What are your experiences right now? And now, we tune out with the mantra Satna 3 times. Very low key, very directed inside into yourself, to yourself. Inhale, exhale, and inhale to begin. Sa, Inhale, exhale. Bring your arms down, put your hands on your knees. Slowly come back to the room. It's very important to drink water, even though you don't sweat. So all the breathing that you're doing needs more liquids. So drink a big glass of water. We have a few minutes if there are any more questions before we end this. And I would like to say thank you very much for today. And I would like to say that on the HealthFlix website, there is an organization where you can donate money, since this is a free of charge service that we're providing. We encourage you to give money to Doctors Without Borders, as they are really in the front line with everything that happens in the world. So consider donating money to that organization. You can find it on the HealthFlix.online website. And the materials like this, PDF format, if you go into my website, goranboll.yoga, you find all these materials, the exercises, the links where you can read more about these things. And there you have it, www.goranboll.yoga. I have Kate asking if I could demonstrate the thumb massage again. From the knuckle of the forefinger, along the back of the hand, if you press the bone from the side and a bit down, you can feel the bone from the thumb joining here. So it's that part before the junction with the thumb bone and the knuckle. You press the bone on the back of the forefinger, back and forth. And if you Google that Ekivu, you Google it, you will find all kinds of pictures where all the meridian points and the organs that are situated here on this bone can be found. It's a Chinese micro acupressure system, Ekivu. I will start broadcasting yoga sets in English all through the summer on my website, goranboll.yoga. And so you can follow me not only on HealthFlix, but also on my own website. Kate says, thank you, Björn. An amazing morning. Thank you, Kate. And if you don't bring anything else, bring the breathing with you into your everyday life, using both the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles in the rib cage. Do some long, deep breathing. And in the materials here, you have links to research studies on that primary bumblebee vibration that is said to be both antibacterial and antiviral. So that could be a good thing to do that. I think the recommendation in one of the studies was that if you vibrate it 60 times, kills a lot of bacteria. 60 times a day. Only takes a few minutes. So you inhale deeply and you exhale. And do that 60 times. See what happens. Maybe someone out there would like to do a research study on it. See how it affects that virus out there. Okay. No, we have one more question here. Elizabeth Reisner, thank you so much for the wonderful sessions. Why do you repeat the root lock? In the Kundalini yoga tradition, we repeat the root lock after pretty much every exercise we do. So we do a spine flex, we end it with the root lock, we do another spine twist or something else, and we end it with the root lock. It's a way of moving energy up through the Shushumna, the central spine channel. So that's part of the Kundalini yoga tradition. Marianne Busk, thank you very much for today's yoga. Feeling good, feeling good. Go with Göran this summer. Thank you, Marianne. Okay, we'll give it another 30 seconds, see if there are any more questions or comments, and then we wrap it up for today. And have a wonderful Saturday afternoon. In Sweden, in Stockholm, it's actually a sunny day. Estela Alvarez, thank you so much from London. Thank you, Estela. Glad to have you with us. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll meet again. Satnam.